Shut up and sit down.
What's the story, Internet?
Shut up and sit down.
What's the story, Internet? Hope you're all having a wonderful day so far. I am here with a review of the midweek matches, the Europa League, Champions League, the singular Premier League match. So let's just jump into it with the Premier League match. So the only Premier League match of the week was Manchester City versus Southampton, and unsurprisingly, Manchester City did win 5-2. It wasn't as distant as I expected. I expected City to sort of just completely breeze them over, but after Kevin De Bruyne's goal, James Ward-Prowse did equalise thanks to a penalty. And then even when it had already been made 4-1, Southampton were still in it, so it wasn't a complete blowout. Even possession was relatively close, 59 to 41% possession in City's favour, 17 to 11 shots and 10 to 6 shots on target, so fair play to Southampton, definitely a better performance than they've had in recent weeks, but unfortunately City do win that one. So that means that they go back to being 14 points ahead at the top of the table. However, Manchester United all the teams have games in hand because this was obviously the singular midweek match. So an opportunity for Manchester United to catch up with them when they play West Ham on Sunday. So moving over to the Champions League, so some big results in the Champions League. Let's start with arguably the biggest one. Juventus 3, Porto 2, but on aggregate it was 4-4. On aggregate, Porto goes through on away goals. So Juventus have been knocked out of the Champions League. Second season in a row they've been knocked out of the round of 16, and yeah, Porto thoroughly deserved to go through. Juventus obviously winning on the night, winning in Turin, but just couldn't get the job done, unfortunately. So Porto going through to the next round, which is great to see. It's great to see new teams go through. So I think it's wonderful personally. Obviously not if you're a Juventus fan, but Dortmund 2, Sevilla 2. On aggregate, Dortmund go through 5-4. So the performance last week was the main thing, where they scored 3 goals. That was the thing that took them through because Sevilla were fighting back. So if we look at the statistics, Sevilla had the possession 69% to 31%. They had 19 shots to 9, 8 on target to 5, and Erling Haaland just got the job done for them. And even though they scored in the 96th minute, it just wasn't enough to get it done for them. If they had scored another goal, then it would have taken it for extra time, but they just couldn't get the job done, unfortunately. The other result, PSG 1, Barcelona 1. On aggregate, PSG 5, Barcelona 2. So for the first time since 2005, neither Messi nor Ronaldo will be past the round of 16 in the Champions League. It also means that another huge team has been knocked out in Barcelona. And so this is absolutely incredible. So PSG is not a small team, I'm not saying that, but depending on the results for next week, Atalanta could go through. Lazio certainly is not going to go through, but Atletico Madrid could go through. Mönchengladbach could come back against City. We could have some teams that don't very often make it this far. PSG, for all the great players they've had over the years, they very rarely make it past the round of 16 quarterfinals. With the exception of the final last year where they got battered. Well, they didn't get battered by Bayern Munich, but Bayern Munich did sort of outplay them. So, and then last match, Liverpool winning 2-0 on the night and 4-0 on aggregate against Leipzig. And I saw a funny statistic, or at least it's funny because I'm a Manchester United fan, but Liverpool have scored more goals at home when they're not at Anfield this year. So they scored 2 home goals in, I think it was in Hungary this match. Does it say where this was? yeah, the Puskás Arena, so it would be Hungary. And so they've scored 2 goals at the Puskás Arena, their home stadium, and they've scored more there than they have at Anfield, which is just absolutely insane. So, but unfortunately, I do have to take a moment to get off of my high horse because I do have to talk about the Europa League. So, Manchester United won, AC Milan won. So, AC Milan do get that away goal, and the 92nd minute from a corner, it was just brutal. Both sides played very well. I personally thought Manchester United played better, but of course there's some bias there. The stats show that AC Milan had more shots and more shots on target. Possession was mostly even. United edged it at 51%, but it's basically on as even. Amad Diallo getting his first Manchester United goal, which is incredible. Definitely one for the future. Him and Shola Shoretire, both on the bench for the Europa League matches. So yeah, I think the second leg is poised to be quite an entertaining match. I can see this being a little bit like the first leg of the Real Sociedad match. Not saying that Manchester United's going to win 4-0, but I think it's going to be a similar sort of setup. We do have a tendency of playing better at home, away from home, so that's what I'm pinning my hopes on. I think that it's going to be a better performance away from Old Trafford. Let's go through some other big matches. Ajax beat Young Boys 3-0. Arsenal beat Olympiacos 3-1. Martin Odegaard getting his first goal. Tottenham continue their little run of form. They beat Dinamo Zagreb 2-0. Roma beating Shakhtar Donetsk. And then Rangers getting a draw away at Slavia Praha. So that means that they still haven't lost. But an unexpected draw with their recent run of form. But then again, they were probably all hungover from the league winning celebrations. So what can you really expect there? So second legs will be next week. All on Thursday. So yeah, so I'll be back with a preview of those matches earlier in the week, next week, probably Monday. But in the meantime, I will return soon with a preview for the weekend's football, because it's not just midweek football after all. We do have the big matches for the weekend. So yeah, keep an eye out for that video. And in the meantime, I hope you're all staying safe, keeping out of trouble. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful day. And until next time, ta-ra for now.